we never bought any streams. We never paid for any PR companies that would buy any streams. We never did any of that. They basically just pulled the album. See what you do now. Story time. Did I ever tell you about the time that my album was removed from Apple?
Fraudulent streaming.
2022 is when I released Tomorrow's Not Guaranteed, an album that I was extremely proud about, some of the most honest and vulnerable songwriting I have done. It was kind of my crossover from where I was before into moving fully into country music. I did really well in country music with A Little Bit Country, the duo that I had. We did well out in Nashville and in the UK. There were only a few of us at the time. Back in 2011 and onwards, we were pushing country music out. It was great, but I wanted to go back solo. I wanted to lean into my heritage. I was born in Texas, raised in the UK, but I was really excited. I worked hard on this album with the label. I was on every social media site for every day, 21 days leading up to the release and 14 days afterwards. I put my heart and soul into that album. And then the numbers spiked on Spotify and on Apple. They were doing really well. They spiked on Apple, which raised an alarm to them, probably because I hadn't been streaming that well on my own since, because I've been involved in A Little Bit Country and other things. So maybe that kind of flagged something up to them. So they basically just pulled the album. They said it's not going back on. And I was like, why? I've not done anything. I tried to get in touch with Apple, and they said I had to go back to the distributor, which was Ditto Music. I tried to speak to Ditto. They said I needed to speak to my label. My label went to both as well. Eventually, there was an investigation done, and Ditto had come back to my label and said, we need to know every single promo that you've done. Now, we never bought any streams. We never paid for any PR companies that would buy any streams. We never did any of that. We just promoted it organically. Social media, newspapers, radio stations, vlogs, blogs, and podcasts. We really, really pushed this album out. So it was gutting to be told that it was fraudulent streaming. We delivered all the information, and long story short, it never went back onto Apple, and that left a kind of a bitter taste in my mouth. Why should I bother? And so that's one of the reasons why. There's a whole host of reasons, but that's one of the reasons why I've been very slow in bringing any new stuff out. It looks like there was one particular IP address, I guess, in Sheffield who were streaming it constantly. I don't know if it was a bot. I don't know if it was just someone who really loved the music that just wanted to help me out and put it on streaming, which I didn't ask them to do. If I had asked them, then it would have been a different matter, but I didn't ask them, so I thought it was unfair that, I was getting penalised for something that somebody else did that I had no control over. Takeaway is this. For other musicians, just to say, watch out for these PR companies that will tell you that they will stream, you'll get X amount of streams, because you will get caught and they will remove your music. I have spoken to Spotify, can't speak to Apple because they don't have any of my music on there now except for a couple of singles. But with Spotify, whenever I notice that there's an influx, I'm constantly on those analytics now, and I'm looking at it and I'm going, why is there a spike there? And then I get this email saying, oh, we love Lean On In, we love 47, we love Man in the Mirror, whatever. We can help you boost that by signing up to XYZ. And I'm like, I'm not interested in that. Are you the reason that I've got more streams? And it's like, yes, we spend a week helping build someone back up because we like your music, blah, 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 which is not, it's just a sales tactic. So then I contact Spotify and I say, look, somebody has decided that they're going to up my streams. Nothing to do with me. I didn't ask for this. This is the playlist that I've suddenly appeared on. And this is the email that I've got. They investigate it, and then they see if it is legit or not, and then they remove the streams, which they've done. They've removed the streams, I'd say 3 out of 4 times. One of them was just organically done. Somehow it ended up on a playlist, and that boosted my performance. But yeah, don't pay for playlists. Don't pay for PR like that. You could pay for a PR company to add, to push you out, but not focused on getting the streams, because that's where you get into your hot water. And also, do not tell your fans to stream your music on repeat, because it will be found, it'll be flagged up, and it'll be deleted. So that was my story. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, which it definitely wasn't guaranteed for me where Apple was concerned. But the reason I'm telling you all that is obviously I'm advertising my brand new single, which is Face Don't Fit, which is coming out on the 20th of March. It's a look at the industry at the whole, very much so about country music as well. Being a 30-year veteran of music and not being able to get onto festivals because I'm told I don't have the numbers. You see why that's important. So if you can go and have a listen and stream it and share it, don't put it on repeat. There's no reason why you can't repeat a playlist that you've got. If you want to listen to it again, that's fine, but don't put it on repeat, please, because it will fuck me up, basically. And I'm putting that out there, so it's out there so that Apple know that I'm not asking people to do so. But it's exciting times for me. This is the start of a new wave of singles that are coming out. I've got a few more singles to come out this year, and an album, and another project, which I'm tight-lipped about at the minute. But it's going to be a good year for me, at least. Anyway, for you guys who like my music as well, it's great. Like I say, I'd rather have genuine streams, even if it's only 5 or 6 of you, than 5 or 6,000 fake streams, which unfortunately there's a lot of them out there, because people want the numbers, because people want you to have the clout. Anyway, have a great day. Face Don't Fit, 20th of March. I have no idea what I'm saying, but you get the point.
And everybody's sorry cause they just don't know exactly where my music will sit.